This is Brian from the Savage Board Gaming channel. Just going to review another game of Great Western Trail. I think I've learned from my mistakes of the past so many games, so let's see how I did. Okay, so Great Western Trail. First thing you always should do is, one, you need to figure out where the buildings are. You know, there's certain buildings that do certain things, right? These two buildings give you money for the most part, as long, well, this one gives you as long as there's outlaws out here, right? This one gives you money if you have two of the same card, so you can dump it right off the bat. If you have like two grays or something like that, you get 4 money. You can also grab a hazard, but you don't really need to do that at the beginning of the game, right? This one, like I said, can either move the train, get an outlaw, and then you can do an auxiliary action, right? So looking at how this board is set up, I noticed this right off the bat. This is blocked off for the most part. People are going to have to travel through here. So my thought was, let's build right off the bat and put my tax building there, because there's no hazards here or here. So I could use these danger spots somewhere along the way, right? All right, so I am actually going second here. Board Game Dad is first. Just go through his turn real quick. He starts off at the higher worker, and he gets a engineer. Now my thought was, I want to build, right? Just because, like, looking at this layout of cards, yes, there is this for cowboys, right? I think building is the best option out of what's here. And obviously we want to try to get to this sometime. I probably could have did this quicker, but I'm still pretty out of practice just doing builder, right? So I have to discard one. I'll discard a white, I believe is what I discard. And the reason for that is I'm going to start here. Now I don't have a green, right? But the next space is the cattle market, right? So I want to go here and actually buy a cow right off the bat. That was my plan. Build, buy a cow. So let's finish up my turn. Right. And that gives me time. Since he started here, he has to go through here. So he has to put something in this row. So I'm going to get a builder at 6. That was part of why I didn't start right here. Okay. Tewokim also goes here, and they also build. They build this down in this hazard space. It's a pretty good card. You know, you can go over here, get rid of 2 cards, and then move one and do this. So this is actually more efficient than doing this and then this, right? This is all done in one turn. Okay, Board Game's Dad's turn. They have to go deliver. They'll go deliver to Kansas City, and he instantly puts a hazard down here to make yellow pay to go there. I didn't care too much about the hazards this game. I just paid them for the most part. So you'll see me, I will go to the cow market. Maybe I didn't go to the cow market. If I went to the cow market right away. Must not have. Oh well, not a big deal. Must have been next round. Oh, I know why, because I wanted to get a cowboy next round, because you see there's 2 cowboys here. They might be thrown down here, and it's not that expensive to get them. Okay. So we both go here, we both get certificates. Board Game Dad goes here, grabs an outlaw, green outlaw. Okay, so on my turn, I do want to go here and get my builder. That's what I do. Yep, just get one. I have all these black cards here. I'm like, am I gonna have to? Oh, I don't have to spend anything for this, but because I'm going to go to Kansas City regardless, right? I mean, that's always your first move. It's just following along my tail, doing exactly what I'm doing. You know, I buy a worker, a builder, he buys a builder, right? I start here and put a building out. He started here. He's just following me around the track. I don't know why you'd follow me. I'm not that good at this game. So I just solidify this to make sure nobody's even going to think about going up here, right? All right, so now we see that there's some more outlaws out here we can throw out here for money. Sometimes you have to throw them out there so other people get them, and you can get like maybe the second or even the third one. I mean, it is what it is. Now, what I like here is that nobody put builders in this row, right? Now, I do want a cowboy, right? I also want builders still. So, putting the 2 builders in the 5 row is very good for me. Like, I'm gonna try to drag on this trip, so. Yep. Cool Daddy just goes here. He built, which one did he build? He did not build anything. He just dropped off his green. See, that's waste. If you're gonna go here, you might as well build, especially when you have that much money, right? Just put a building out. Like, there's no reason not to. The level 1 building, it cost you 2 money. The green paid for it that you just discarded. All right. So I went here and just got rid of the 2 cows, green cows. Or 2 gray cows, I'm sorry. And then I draw 2 green because, you know, you've seen my hand so far. I had 3 black in my hand. Now I have 3 green in my hand. It's not ideal. Okay, look at that. Did the same thing as that did. Except he did get rid of green cards. Okay, go to the next player's turn. He's going up here. He's going to grab a certificate, move his train along. I wasn't too worried about the train too much in this game. Later on I do, just to save some money, but for right now I don't really care. I'm going to end up going like here next to St. Louis so that I don't have to pay very much of these mile markers, right? Okay, so I go here. I took an orange cowboy for 5 money, right? So now I got 23 money. I'm pretty well set up. My next stop is to go here and build again, I believe. And then I build a level 1 building here, which I think is this one. Where I can discard 2 of the same and then move 1, right? Okay. Now yellow didn't exactly follow me, but he kind of did. This time though, he moved his train. Like, he was gung-ho to spend money to move his train. Like, if I'm going engineer strategy, yeah, I would do that. But I'm not going engineer, so I'm not going to spend money to move it. Okay. Game Dad is going here to get workers. He gets a builder. And this. Discard the gray, that is. So you discard a gray and get a certificate with the engineers. Oh no, he got 2 money, sorry. He did the 2 money one. This game, compared to my recent games, I actually had a ton of workers in this one. So yeah, I moved here, built, waiting to see what my opponent does. He's stopping here because he wants to move his train. He's going to go down here. And he leaves a builder here, which is a waste to me. It's a shame. Builders are the best workers, I think, in the game. Cowboys next, then engineers, depending on what you start with, right? But on average, that's the order I rank them in. So, red will now go and deliver. I still want to go very slow because I want this guy to pass me up. Want Taewon Kim to go. Taewon Kim. That's what it is. It's Taewon Kim. Sorry, I was misreading that. Okay, he's gonna move up to 3. Let's see what he does. Because I went here, I bought a blue cow. I don't call them by their names, I call them by their colors. So if that offends you, I apologize, but I'm not gonna sit there and fight over nuances. He's going here to build. He builds a tax building here. I think this is a mistake. And here's why. All right. The only way he's really going to make money off of this is if he builds or hazards get put here, right? Well, that hurts him with this space. Like, why put it there? He probably could have put it here and threw them on me, right? So I think that is a bad idea. In fact, I take advantage of this fact that he doesn't want to put hazards down here, and I build a building here later on. So I'm going down here, getting to here, going here, you know, so. Okay, bad game, or board game dad, not bad game dad. Board game dad goes here and gets a 2 movement. Fine with me. You want to leave the outlaws there for me, I'll take them. Okay, I'm going to try to still go slow, I think. See if I remember it right. Nope, I go right to the end. I decide I'll just get a 2 cowboys. Then I can come around and get a cow, you know, next turn. So. Now, there's no the orange cows in this game, so I didn't have to worry about that. That's why I'm buying the 3s. If you do this, right, you can use certificates to turn the orange cows into something better, but since we're not here, we don't have to really worry about that too much. It's used a lot in arena, so I think what I was thinking was if I put like 1 of each thing down here, maybe that we all have what we want, and they'll leave my builder alone, right? So I use my exchange token because I really didn't have much. Yeah, I put 1 of each down there. Then I see these come out. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want them in the 9 column. So hopefully everybody puts them in the 7 row, right? Or 7 row, yeah. 9 row and 7 row. Okay, he buys my builder, which I'm not exactly happy with, but it's time to be patient. Because as you'll see, I kind of get what I want. Anyways. Okay, so Red moved up, bought a cow. Looks like no, he did not buy a cow. So Red keeps doing things, but not like taking advantage of them, right? Because he doesn't have the cowboys. So like, to me, this is a wasted turn, right? It's still early in the game. You can deliver here, so you don't need to have a perfect hand, right? So if he was here, he could have went 1, 2, 3, and made it to his own space, and then moved forward. But yeah, he didn't do that. I don't know why. That's twice he's done that. Get rid of the 2 grays again. I'm not in any real hurry. Like I said, I want them to throw more workers down there for me. And he throws 2 builders, which I really thought he was going to put this here and save the builder for the 9 row. So this is something I've been learning more of, is that if you're not doing a certain strategy, you want to throw those workers into the more expensive columns. I mean, it makes sense, right? So when it gets up to my turn, I'm going to throw engineers in this 9 row. You know, right here, Board Game Dad's doing those, and it'll kind of mess up his whole game by doing that. Okay, I'm going to move and get another, like, look at this. I mean, 8 money outlaw. Thank you. It's hard to get 8 money in this game. Like, just having that outlaw there was really good. Now, I did want to get this, but like all the green ones are down below. So I was trying to be patient. I still wanted to pick it up, but end up not getting there, unfortunately. Oh, yellow's there. Still lucking out that there's no desert hazards yet, you know. Okay, my turn. I'm just going to go up to my little hazard space here. Or dangerous spot, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Traded in 2 cards for 3 money, right? Then I did 1 card for a certificate. Let me move along. I moved my train up another spot. Once again, I have the slow train in this one. And then I took money with my auxiliary action, right? So I got 29 money. And to tell you the truth, they do lap me once or twice here. I don't really care. I'm playing my game and not their game, right? Okay, so he goes here, he builds again. He actually, yellow actually does things when they land on spaces. So he built, where did he build? Right here. So he makes this less attractive to use. But I already have a plan for that, right? My plan is I can skip this because this guy's going to come up here and I'll buy the 2 builders. And that'll trigger this and then I can put a building out, right? And I don't need to go his way and pay him money. I can only move 3, so I have to go here. I go here. The reason why, I went here for a particular reason. And the reason was I wanted to be within 3 here so yellow couldn't pass me up and grab my builders, right? Okay. So yellow buys a purple cow for 7. It is what it is. Not a big devastating blow that he got the highest value cow. You'll see me move my 3 here. Okay, so I get rid of a white. Get most of my workers, right? And then I build this down here for 4. What this does, it lets me buy a worker with a 1 coin discount and then move my train. That's what that does. So I don't have to rely on getting up to here before everybody else now. So whatever they throw in these rows, I can then buy here, right? Early, when I'm way down here. So you'll see, I think yellow does a similar thing, but I think they do theirs up here somewhere. So red just keeps moving their train. That's fine. Not trying to do engineer strategy. Trying to do cowboy builder strategy, right? Okay. Throw out the engineers here so they're expensive. And now look at this. I'm definitely going to get at least 1 builder here, right? Also because yellow came up here, right? I know that they have to also kick in stuff before me, right? So I'm going to be patient still. I'm going to go here and then see what I get first. Go to the next thing here, water. So we got a lot of water. It was removed. Now they put a new one out, right? And guess who did that? That was yellow who did that. So they put a tax on themselves. Don't know why, but they did. But they had really no choice, I guess. But what I would have did was, yeah, I guess that's 1 less coin. But this one's worth more victory points. So it's a toss-up of what you really want to do. Okay. Board Game Dad is going real slow. I mean, real slow. Stopping everywhere. I think I pass this up right now? I think I go to it, do I? Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, I did that to get the cowboy, right? So I could get a hazard off of here because I know somebody's going to put another one there. All right. Taewon Kim's turn. He's also going the hazard route. So he cost himself $1. Like I said, he had no choice. He had to put one out. And that was the least of them. But still, like, don't put this here. That's what I'm saying. Put that over here. Throw desert spaces in here, right? Desert hazards when they come up. All right. Now, I have to make a determination. Is it worth stopping to get this here, right? I don't think it is, but I think I stop anyways. So I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have went here and kept my rhythm going of running through here quickly. You know, because, you know, I can move fast also now, so. All right, now I can go up. Let's finish their turn. Yellow built again. I think he, what did he do? Okay, I think he upgraded this one. That's what he did. From a 1 to a 2. But I'm not sure. I don't think so. Pays 1, 2 for this, right? Now I see these 3 buildings for him, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Either way, I'm just going up, hitting this building, getting rid of the 2 green, get rid of the gray for a certificate. I'm now at max certificates. Now I have made mistakes in this game, and I'll show you where. Because I was like rushing through, just trying to play quickly. So now he has this where he can do this and then move here. So he's like removing hazards for points. Board Game Dad still can't move very fast, so he stops on his own space, gets an engineer. I still want to go very slowly here. Not slow enough, obviously. See, these are some of the mistakes I'm making, but I did get my purple cow. It's a 6 instead of a 7, so it's -1 point compared to what yellow got. He stops on my space. Don't know why. Unless I had a really bad hand. But then again, I mean, as long as you can get it here, like I try not to ever put anything there, but I mean, as long as you can get it here, you should be fine, right? Okay, so my turn. I move up to my own space. I used the auxiliary action here because I didn't like having all those gray cows. So. Now the reason why I didn't go straight cowboys in this one, it didn't have the cow shuffler, as I call it. One where you can draw cards up to the number of cowboys you have and then discard that many so you can get better hands to deliver. So since that wasn't in the game, I got some cowboys to buy some cows, but I'm focusing more on builders, right? So I can still go very slow here also, right? Because I know yellow is, but the problem with yellow is he goes after me. So I know he was trying to wait to see what he could get. Maybe get the builders, but I didn't let him do that. So, and I have 21 money, so I'm also going to be able to build again, right? When I pick these up. I think I got, yeah, 2 of them, right? Now I can build again. And I put this one here. It's an okay card. 6 money, and you gain, discard a cow, any cow, get 6 money, and then draw an objective card. I had really bad luck with objective cards in this game, unfortunately. I drew a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them. Okay, so Board Game Dad's turn. They're at the beginning of the thing. They're going to stop here. I'm obviously going to go deliver. Not going to do river, right? Because river hurts me. Taiwan, he goes in and delivers also. Setting us up for a bunch of cowboys in the expensive row. I don't like that too much. It hurts both me and him. Like, I wouldn't put cowboys there if I didn't have a choice, right? You should have put the builder there maybe, right? That would have hurt me more than anything else, right? Okay. My turn. I think I go buy again. Or I might not have the money for it. Yeah, I just go through. Go up to here. Get rid of 2 whites, cows, and a gray. Then I get 2 money. You need money in this game for some reason. So now I'm kind of in a race here, I think. Because I have money now, right? And I want to get to here and get the builder. Or get a cowboy, I should say. I don't need cowboys or builders anymore. I forgot about that. The only way I could even do another builder is to get down here and leave them here. Which, there's no way I'm doing that. Not in this game. So I build again. Why not, right? I put a 5 up here. Right? This one is move your train for the number of hazards you have claimed. I have 1, so it moved the train 1. That is not really a useful building. What it is a springboard is what I'm going to use it for, to get up to my 9 card. So, or do I do it to this one? I might do it to this one. I think I messed up and put it over this one. Probably should have put it over this one to get a few more points. Or build a 3, right? Like, there is no 3 here. Where's my 3 at? Oh, it's right here. 4, 1, 1. Yeah, I should have put it over a 3 is what I'm saying. This one here. So I should have built this one, right? And then I should have built over it with the 9. Because you want this at the end of your track, definitely. So you can get all of your certificates right away, right at the end there. Yeah, I guess I could put it down here also, but this is getting expensive to go through here. Okay. Seeing this, I have exactly 12, right? So I'm going to be able to go to Toledo. But I want to go here. I will take... I grabbed a card here. It's a really bad one for me. 2 hazards, 2 train stops. So this one's not getting played ever. And I moved my train again, so I'm up to here. So it's only going to cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 to deliver to Toledo, right? Then for some reason, like you'll see here in a second, let Board Game Dad take his turn. He's going in to deliver. Okay, so I actually go down here and dump off my white card, because what I did was I looked at my hand and said, what could I get rid of here? What I should have did was spend the black, which I don't know if I did or not. Let me see. Maybe I thought of that as I was doing it. So yeah, I discard the black for 6 money, and I get to pick another card. It's not the greatest, again, right? I have 1 hazard. I don't have a 4 cow, which I probably could get. It's worth 5 points. But just the way things happened in this game, I never could get a 4 cal. So just didn't have the money when I got there. All right, so I don't think I get a worker this turn. I think I just go right in and deliver on my turn. So yeah, red's going this way. He's paying an extra 1 not to pay yellow. That's what I do too, but I have a building over here. So it kind of makes up for it. All right, so what I'm going to do is use my exchange token. Get rid of the end game goal, objective, or whatever you want to call it. And now I have my 12 again, so I can deliver to Toledo. I would not suggest doing what I did last turn, you know, where I got rid of the black. So that was probably not the best move. Okay, yellow's probably going to go stop at the worker place. Yep. You can see, like, I have way more workers than they do just because of this space here, right? The problem with having this space and this space together is that you won't have money, right? We're also getting very near the end of the game here. So now it's a matter of how do I position myself to get the most points. I would like to deliver to Pittsburgh, my hometown, but that's not going to happen. So we got here. We have 5 more worker spaces available, right? Okay, so yellow has a lot of cows. They have a 7 and a couple 3 value cows, probably like a 3 and a 2. So that's pretty good, plus a brown cow. Don't know what value brown he has, but and he's built 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, so he's building as many buildings as I am for the most part. So I need to move. I did stop here the first time to get rid of my 2 grays. Now I have 2 green. I'll come up here and hit this. I don't think I even stopped at the outlaw place. Yes, I did. Never mind, I keep doing that. Probably not a good move. I probably should be rushing it here. Because I think I have a lead, especially after I put out the buildings I'm going to put out. Definitely have stuff still to work on, like, which buildings I should build to be replaced, like building a 3 building at 4 and then replacing it with a 13 building is 9 points, right? Where I cover up on these big buildings for no reason. Okay, my turn. Oh yeah, I just go build. Put that out. Oh, okay, I wanted to get this out before I got there, so I could get my max certificates and get maximum coinage from my delivery. Okay. Alright, so I have cowboys, right? So I do want to get cows near the end here. I have 6 money to spend 1, but I have a black cow to drop off, right? Not too worried about what Board Game Dad was doing at this point. Maybe I should have been paying a little bit more attention. But yeah, I was so focused on what I was doing, I kind of like lost track of my opponents there for a second. So I get 2 level 3 cows. I was hoping somehow I could like burn through this, but there's no way I could have did that. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Now looking at my grim hand here, like, this is not very good. I would like to get to here, right? Obviously, at least. Prefer here. I have these 2 big cards in my hand still, but I also have 2 goals and a lot of gray. So it's sort of like the odds are against me from getting a really good hand at this moment. I see my opponents coming up like really slowly. I'm like, what are they doing? I think I stop here and get try to get rid of one of these cards to make a better hand, you know? At this point, I'm not worried about, I'm not going to discard anything. I'm going here, getting my certificates. I can get 10 money, right? And then go in and deliver, right? The reason why I want to deliver is before my opponents is that I want to be down here and get one more turn. That's the whole gist of what I wanted to do. Mistakes I made in the game. I don't know if you noticed this, but I actually put a white disc on this black spot instead of doing this or this. I should have cleared off this if my goal was to put this building out, right? Because 8 plus 6 is 14. I would have made it to Pittsburgh. And got 8 points, right? So that were some of the mistakes I made, right? I really should have been focusing on this. If my opponents were smart enough to do that, I was not. Okay, board game dad's turn, right? Stops and gets cows. For some reason, my opponent's like stopping on my spaces. I don't know why. Okay, so first off, I forget about this space and go here. And I have to redo my turn. So let's see here. Yep. Get my certificates filled. Put out those. Okay, so I take this one, which I feel I can do still. And then I get this one. So hazard and a 5. That's completed. This is completed. I can complete that other one. So I have 3 end-game goals that objectives that I'm going to complete. What I'm going to do is go over here, spend 2 money to move the train, and then 1 money to move it in, and then put a disc here. That's what I'm doing. That'll be my final turn. All right, we'll go through these last turns. Don't know why that was the move. Maybe he felt he couldn't get up to like the 14, right? But still, I think there's better moves than that on your last turn. So I think maybe that was a bad play in the end. I'll show you why. So here's the goal, right? I'm only getting 3 points off of it. And I got 2 points here. It's only 5. I probably should have just stopped at this first place and got a hazard, right? Which would have been worth... No, that was the right play. That was the right play, Brian. So I scored 66. You know, most of it was buildings. You know, I outbuilt my opponents really good. Didn't do much on the train stations. Only had 2 of these. They were lower ones, 2 3s. Cows I did okay, 12. I wasn't going full cowboy, right? Endgame goals, I had 9. You know, I had 3, 3, and 3. Nothing here for these bonuses. For, you know, these tokens. And 8 points for our workers filled in because I had these 2 above this. So that's the that's how I actually won a game of this. It's been a while, so but I think I'm starting to like pinpoint where I'm making my mistakes and I'm correcting them. Like there was a few mistakes I made, like I accidentally clicked on a white disc and meant to click on a black disc because I thought I had changed it. Like, oh no, it's a black, and I thought I clicked on it and I didn't. You know, few other mistakes I made that I mentioned, like I should have built a 3 size instead of the 6 size to build over, but in the end I don't think it really hurt me in the end all that much. But there's another game of Great Western Trail, so until next time, keep on gaming. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments if you have any other suggestions on this game or other games you'd like to see on this channel. There's also a playlist on the left side of the screen that you can click to see other videos I have made. And until next time, keep on playing.